It's 3 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling, replaying a conversation from days ago. You feel like something is wrong with you. But for most of human history, waking in the middle of the night wasn't unusual, it was normal. Historian Roger Ekirch discovered that people in pre-industrial Europe commonly described a first sleep and a second sleep. They would go to bed shortly after sunset, sleep for about 4 hours, wake naturally for an hour or so, then return to bed for a second sleep until morning. That quiet period of wakefulness wasn't considered a problem. People prayed, talked with family, tended the fire, visited neighbors, reflected on life, or simply rested before falling asleep again. It was a regular part of nightly life. Why did this pattern disappear? The biggest reason is artificial light. According to neuroscientist Charles Cheisler, our circadian rhythm is controlled by light entering the eyes. For thousands of years, sunset meant darkness, and darkness allowed the body's natural sleep cycle to unfold. Firelight was dim and had little effect on the brain's internal clock. Modern lighting changed everything. Electric lights, televisions, and especially smartphone screens suppress melatonin, delay sleep, and convince the brain that it's still daytime. Instead of following natural rhythms, many people now experience delayed sleep schedules and nighttime awakenings that feel like insomnia. However, the story is more complex than simply saying humans were meant to sleep in two phases. Neuroscientist Jerome Siegel studied modern hunter-gatherer societies, including the Hadza of Tanzania, the San of Namibia, and the Simon of Bolivia. These groups generally slept in one continuous block rather than two. They also stayed awake for several hours after sunset, woke before sunrise, and averaged less than 6.5 hours of sleep. Their findings suggest that human sleep has never followed one universal pattern. Instead, human sleep has always been flexible, adapting to seasons, temperature, safety, community life, and available light. One explanation is the watchman hypothesis. In ancient communities, it was risky for everyone to sleep deeply at the same time, because people naturally have different chronotypes, some staying awake later, others waking earlier. Someone in the group was usually awake to watch for predators, fires, or other dangers. Studies of the Hadza found there were very few moments when every adult was asleep simultaneously. This suggests that occasional wakefulness during the night may be an ancient feature of human biology rather than a flaw. Today, that instinct remains, but the environment has changed. Instead of tending a fire or quietly talking with others, many people reach for their phones. The bright screen further disrupts the body's internal clock, making it harder to fall back asleep. The takeaway isn't that everyone should adopt segmented sleep. Rather, it's that waking briefly during the night isn't necessarily abnormal. Human sleep has always been diverse and adaptable, and modern lifestyles, especially exposure to artificial light, have reshaped how we experience it. So if you wake at 3 a.m., it doesn't automatically mean something is wrong with you. It may simply reflect an ancient biological rhythm meeting a modern world that rarely becomes truly dark.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं फिल्मोरा है ना।